Good morning, everybody. It's Panuma here, and holy shit. I think that's about the best word I can describe the news that we just got about the new second anniversary and the new system for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, the Japanese version. Now, it just got released on the Twitter feed from Hakutos about the new information that's coming out for the second anniversary celebration. So we've actually got a few things on the go. Let's see here. I'll go over it first, and then we can talk about it a little bit itself anyway. So second anniversary celebration. So second anniversary celebration will start on the 29th of January, which, if you think about it, is only in about 11 days, which is about a week and a half. So it's not that far off from actually coming out. So I mean, it'll be a reality before we all know it. There will be a select Dokkan Fest, they said, which it seems that you can pick a Dokkan Fest exclusive to pull from a special banner. They said it's not sure if it includes all or just the ones in the picture that I had just brought up right there, which I assume is this one. So select Dokkan Fest, you can get, like I said, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the agility one, the full powered one. You can get the full powered Frieza card itself. You can get the strength Broly card itself to Dokkan Awakening to your version. You can get the Perfect Cell card, the Nuking one, in the select Dokkan Fest banner, I guess. Excuse me, I just woke up. And you can also get the Int Ultimate Gohan as well, the one that powers up after every super attack, I guess for that select Dokkan Fest itself. So we'll see how that's going to go. Says for the select Dokkan Fest, which is the one we were just looking at, you will need special God Dragon Stones to pull these cards. Now, we're not sure how many stones you're going to need, if it's going to be a multi-version or a single version, or if it's just a single version, kind of like the tickets were when they brought them out. I guess we'll have to see more information when it comes out. So look forward to getting that one. I know the only one I'd want to get from that would be the Int Ultimate Gohan, just because I've always wanted to pull them and never got them, so here's to hoping. Says you'll get these from login bonuses, so I assume every day. Unless there's some different type of events that you can do to get more stones. We're not too sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. Says not sure how many you'll need per stones per pull, which is what I just mentioned. So it says that the cards that will receive a Dokkan Awakening with medals from Dokkan Brawl are gonna be. So there's gonna be some new Dokkan Awakening cards that are gonna be coming out from the new Brawl, the new mode that's coming down below. I'll talk about in a minute. So they're gonna be giving them the Awakenings to the Tech SSR Nova Shenron, the Strength Boo, the Pure Evil one, which is garbage. So thank God he's getting something. It's about time. He really needs a new updated stat boost. The SSR SSJ2 Vegeta, which I do have already. So I have at least one of these so far. The Int SSR Metal Cooler, the one from the movie, the big Getty Star movie. And the physical SSR SSJ Goku from the Cooler movie as well, the one that has a high chance of stunning. He's also getting another Dokkan Awaken as well. So these ones right here, the top left, are going to be the ones that are getting the Dokkan Awakening. So it said the Nova Shenron, the Pure Evil Boo, the Int Cooler, the SSJ2 Vegeta, and the SSR physical Goku from the Cooler movie. So that'll be the new one for that. So that's pretty sweet. And the next information is going to be the virtual Dokkan Battlefield. So they're going to be implementing something new for something called a virtual Dokkan Battlefield. So what it says is you'll get awakening medals from this event to Dokkan Awaken the SSR Ginyu to an LR Ginyu. So we are getting an LR Ginyu in Dokkan Battle now. LR Ginyu Force. They say we'll have 5 characters on the card, so I assume 5 different possible SA super attacks that might come from that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And that is the bottom left corner here. where it shows the Ginyu. I will zoom in quite a little bit if I can. Whoop. So that will be the base form Ginyu. He is an SSR. He'll level up into his TUR version of him doing his pose, which is pretty sweet. And then he'll Dokkan Awaken into an LR form, which they haven't quite shown yet on the V jumps at all. He'll LR into a max level of 150. They haven't showed him yet, so we'll have to wait and see what he gets for his Dokkan Awakening form. Now, the virtual Dokkan Battlefield says you will also have to get Dokkan Awakening medals for the Nova Shenron, the Pure Buu Evil, SSJ2 Vegeta, Metal Cooler, and Physical Goku to obtain from this mode. So the mode, I think it shows a little bit right here. If I can zoom into it. It's going to be here. This mode here says beside the number 1 and the number 2 and the number 3. That's going to be the new mode, or the number 1 mode is going to be the new virtual mode that you have to have characters lined up. It's a different layout. It's quite interesting the way they're going to be implementing that, and I'm really looking forward to something new in the game for battling itself. And it also says, what is a virtual Dokkan Battlefield? It said it's a new mode which you will challenge with 100 or of your SR or above cards. So you have to challenge it with, I guess, the SR or above cards. So up to your URs. I'm not sure what the restrictions are going to be yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. This is all new information, so I'm sure it'll change as the week goes on. But I can't believe that this is coming out so quickly. I'm quite impressed with them. It says there's a battlefield phase, and then there is a boss fight phase. It says you will be able to get treasure gems and awakening medals that can only be obtained in this mode. So looks like there's going to be a new treasure gem section for maybe Baba as well that you can only get from this mode. We don't know how much stamina it's going to cost either, so that's another tidbit of information that hasn't been released yet. And it says for the number 1 portion of the image, it says you have to penetrate the defense line of the enemy in battlefield mode. It says choose your squad from the cards that you have and move out. The battle will start when you encounter the enemy. Destroy the barrier of the enemy and penetrate their defense line. You will lose if your own defense line is penetrated. So the image here shows something interesting. It says your own defense line up there, which I assume it comes down to there. It says unit costs, how much your units cost will be in the middle there. There's remaining NR characters in your deck. I'm not sure what that quite means yet. Maybe turns to attack. It says enemy defense line is the top right corner, and it says characters available for battle. So you do them almost like an individual, like one-on-one it looks like, and you can choose different characters to kind of fight as you go. So that's pretty cool. It's a new mode. It looks really cool. I'll be looking forward to really fighting in it, like I said before, and just trying out new ways of doing it. It says 5 random characters will be put on the battlefield. You can drag and drop characters on the field and let the AI play the game out. Be wise to choose which characters to put into battle. So you get to choose which ones go with the better options, obviously, like AGL versus strength or strength versus physical. There's a cost limit to put characters on the battlefield. Having just high characters in your deck won't work. So you're going to have to use probably some SR characters to kind of round off the teams and see how you can do with those. The cost of a card isn't the same as a standard card cost. As you can see in the image, some SSRs have a cost of 3, some have 2. SR GT Vegeta has a cost of 1. Int Super Strike Android 16 and UR April Fool's Yamcha are recommended characters, apparently. So I guess for each fight phase, they might include like a recommended quote-unquote characters that you should bring to the battle. Probably cost less cost and probably do more damage maybe against the characters. So we'll see how that plays out. That's kind of a cool little tidbit they threw in, that they have recommended characters. And the UR April Fool's Yamcha, the agility one, might finally get some use, which is quite interesting. The second little tidbit says, with the characters that are left over from the battlefield phase, quote unquote, you can challenge the boss. So there's a battlefield phase and then there's a boss phase. It says when you manage to penetrate the defense line of the enemy, you're given the option to fight the boss. So they give you an option to fight it. You might be able to just run away after you fight, maybe for less loot, I guess is the way you can describe it. Says when you choose to challenge the boss, you will be given the option to choose 7 characters for that fight, from the ones that are still left over from the battlefield phase. So I guess it gives you a pool of characters, and you have to choose which ones you want to bring on. You're able to have less than 7 members on the team, but those empty slots will be filled with Cybermen. So the usual when you have not enough space to just give you the standard stock Cybermen. The third one says fighting the boss. This is the same as regular Dokkan battle fights, multiple boss fights that get harder after each stage. So after each stage, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. So we'll just look at it right there. So it says on a number 3 farm, you have to get and do a boss fight with whatever characters against whoever you're doing. And it gets harder and harder as it goes. So we'll see how much maybe the difficulty can ramp up for those ones itself. So that's interesting. It says characteristics of different types of battlefield mode. And there's going to be different characteristics of the battlefield mode, which is, I totally forgot all about this. So AGL is going to be movement, speed is high, obviously because that's what agility is all about. Tech can attack multiple enemies. Int is high damage against the barrier of the enemy. Strength is high attack value, and physical is increased HP and will function as a blocker and or wall. So different units you bring do different abilities to the enemies, make you move faster, attack different, multiple times, do more damage to the barrier, or can block. So like there's a lot of different possibilities that you can do with different characters. So again, we'll have to see how this plays out with how people are going to choose their teams. So, ladies and gents, that's all the information that we have for at the moment. There's going to be more information brought out for the 2nd anniversary. I assume after maybe the live stream that's coming out, and obviously in another week when they release more, maybe on Twitter, just to see how the information is. This individual likes to put a lot of the new information up for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, so we'll have to tune in for him just to see how if he's got any more information. And yeah, we'll get ready for this new event, the new Dokkan Awakenings, and just about everything new coming out. We're going to be quite busy for the New Year's for Dokkan event, for Dokkan Battle JP. So yeah, so I hope everybody enjoys their day. Hope everybody's doing all right. And this video, throw me down a like. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. Have a great one, everybody. Peace out.